Hello, this is Maisie here. I'm making my first video for the Book Lovers Club series. Yay! I'm going to be making some book reviews for you on books I have. If you would like to, I think you might have already guessed this, but I absolutely love books. And the book we are going to be showing today is, move this a second, get that out of the way. We are going to be reviewing, ta-da, Michael Morpurgo, Kensuke's Kingdom, illustrated by Michael Foreman. Right in there, ooh. Very nice illustrations there. Okay, so winner of the Children's Book Award. Right. No. I'm missing the book. No. It says, from the author of Warhorse, now a major film. So, says here, the Times have said, a dazzling adventure. Wendy Cooling has said, this is a wonderful book, a modern day Robinson Crusoe. So we're going to read here a bit that's in the book, and it says, I heard the wind above me in the sails. I remember thinking, this is silly. You haven't got your safety harness on, and you haven't got your life jacket on. You shouldn't be doing this. I was in the cold of the sea before I could even open my mouth to scream. And this bit says what happens next. Washed up on an island in the Pacific, Michael struggles to survive on his own. With no food, no water, he curls up to die. When he wakes, there is a plate beside him of fish and fruit, a bowl of fresh water. He is not alone. So, okay. So here's some other titles by him. That's Kensuke's Kingdom. If you want it as the, film, the one that looks at the film. So he's written and also Warhorse. And all these ones here, brilliant ones. Oh, don't want to see that. So here. Okay, go on. Now, this is what the island looks like. There's my hand getting in the way. So, bit of Japanese there. Ooh. Map of the world there. This camera's heavy. Right, this set. This is all the writing in Japanese down here, you might have guessed. These are all Japanese words. I'm going to try and pronounce them. If you can do Japanese and you know how to pronounce them properly, please leave that in the description. I'd very much like to know, as I'm only 9 and I don't know very well. A bunyi, I think that says, is danger. American, an American. Demeter, forbidden. Eureka, an Englishman. Gosman, sorry. ... Japan. Kokimbo, Ken Maikiano. Nagasaki. Oswanamasa, good night. Senora, goodbye. Tomodachi is a name. ... The end. Yamero is stop. So you could learn a bit of Japanese in this book. So, we're going to read the postscript now. It says, 4 years after this book was published, I received this letter. Dear Michael, I write you to tell you in my bad English that my name is Michael Ogwa. I'm the son of Dr. Kensuke Ogwa. Until I read your book, I thought my father had died in the war. My mother died only 3 years ago, still believing this. As you say in your book, we lived in Nagasaki, but we were very lucky. The bomb fell. Before the bomb fell, we went to the countryside to see my grandmother for a few days, so we lived. I have no memories of my father, only some photographs in your book, and it would be a pleasure to talk to someone who knew my father as you did. Maybe one day we could meet. I hope so. My best wishes, Mike Ogwana. A month after receiving this letter, I went to Japan and met Mike. He laughs just like his father did. There has lots of diagrams in this book. Let's see who it's for. For Graham and Isabel. My thanks to Isabel Hutchins, Terence Buckler, and Professor Seago Tonti and his family for all their kind help with this book. So, thank you to those people if you're watching. So, I'm going to read the first page. Ooh. Lovely illustration there, Michael Foreman. I disappeared on the night before my 12th birthday, July 28, 1988. Now I can at last tell the whole extraordinary story, the true story. Kensuke made me promise that I would say nothing at all, until at least 10 years had passed. And almost the last thing he said to me, I promised because of that I, finish the sentence, have to live out a lie. So basically what happens is this boy called Michael is writing from his perspective. He lives in a town near the sea. I think it's in Essex or somewhere like that. I'm not sure. Can't remember because I read it quite a while ago. And basically, his friend moves away, and then his parents decide that they're going to go on an adventure and they're going to sail around the world, basically. So on the night before his 12th birthday, he was doing the steering because the self-steering was broken. Because his mum and dad were asleep, it was his job to do it. And Stella Artois, the dog, weird name for a dog, I know, name is Bea. Stella Artois, the dog, she kind of was barking because she heard singing in the ocean. And then he gets flung in the ocean, Michael, when he tries to save the dog. And the dog does as well. But then he sees his ball that got lost in the ocean. So he held on, he clings on to it and keeps clinging on all the way until he gets washed up on an island. And then Kensuke, he takes him he moves him to shore and stuff. So, and then he becomes friends with Kensuke after having a few accidents that maybe they lived with while they were there. And then eventually he sees his yacht. He sees his yacht coming. Michael sees his yacht coming, and then he starts waving frantically like mad. Okay, so I'm just going to turn the camera around that way for a second. Now, this is how he waves. Over here, over here, over here, over here, but screaming. I can't scream because there's people in my house. So, and then basically they come over to shore and they find them and they sail back home and everyone's there waiting for them. So it's quite a good adventure. There's lots more detail in there. I would recommend this book, and what I'm going to say is a rating out of 5 stars. I would give it 5 because it is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's lovely. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and this is from Book Lovers Club. So bye. See you next time.